Hey folks, Species 7 here. How's everybody doing? As you can tell by the funny looking tractor in front of me, this is of course what? Oh, I'm sorry, American Truck Simulator. Yes, indeed. And we are, well, I guess today we are going to start our epic, our world record shattering drive all the way to Pittsburgh. That was it. Oh. Geez, I might have said last episode we were going to Philly. Yeah, okay, not the same place. Alright, but hey, we will nonetheless get there. So yeah, we're going to haul some fireworks all the way from where we currently are to a long way from where we're currently not. Indeed. So without further ado, this is the Coast to Coast mod. Let's get driving. Some highly explosive... Oh, wait. Cancel that. Now, last episode, you guys may have noticed when I went, oh, let's just take this job, that I was several hundreds of miles away from the job. I actually did that on purpose. There was a method to my madness, or as one of you actually so very kindly put, oh, you had a plan, eh? Yeah, I was really, really close to leveling up, and I know that if you run empty, you get like X number of skill points for every 100 miles you run. So I figured it would get us up there. And in fact, guess what? It did. Yeah, we got one more skill point. We're now a level 9. So I'm going to put that onto the long distance thing, of course, because we're about to go a really long distance, so this will give us another bonus above 3,500 miles, so another 15% above. So yeah, I thought we'd fire that on there. Alright, now let's drive. Grab our trusty 360 controller. Another beautiful morning here in we have, how long before we need to sleep? What would that be, a F7? Nope. F8? No short messages. F6. There we go. Next rest stop, 9 hours, 11 minutes. Okie dokie. Well, we certainly won't be in Pittsburgh by then, but we'll see where we are. 9:30. So, somewhere just after supper, we need to be looking at nappies. So we'll do that. In the meantime, let's go to a suitable... There we are. Bit of kit. We've got our gear. We're ready to pull out the gate. We'll make with the signal lights, and, well, looks clear. Let's start this little adventure, shall we? Now, this is a really light load, so I'm going to have to remember to watch my speed. It may be all explosive and stuff, but it is only 10,000 pounds. So, yeah, especially in these low speed areas, it's going to be really easy to go ching ching. And we only have, we paid our loan completely off last episode. I wanted to do that before we went and did this long run. We've only got 18K to pay for everything from here to the other side of the country. Yeah. And every drop of gas, every wear and tear on our truck, everything involved is going to come out, including every fine we make. So I'm going to be real careful about thinking about making rights on reds and speed limits and these sort of things. So, as this is going to be one continuous journey, I think I will probably more or less time the episodes. So, I figure somewhere between 15 to 20 minutes should probably do us really well. Okay, looks like we're going to be in a 30-ish sort of zone for a little while. So let's just set the stick somewhere comfortable and thump on. Hey, Motor City, let's sell the truck and buy us a little sports car. Yeah, then we'll be making money. Then we will be making money. Do, 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 do. Although, admittedly, in that 400-mile journey, I did not come across any other truck stops. So, we have the fuel to go 651 miles. Alrighty then. Well, let's get out on the highway and see where 600 miles will take us, shall we? I do believe this is our turn. Ooh, barely enough room to pull that around there. Nice. And how's this looking? Are none of you gonna let me in? You are. Come on, dude. Good lord. Alrighty, here we go. We're off to be the wizard. Yeah, she gets up to speed pretty nice with this light load on her. Stockton, San Rafael, Los Angeles. There we go. Just nail her right on the pin this time. We got way too far to go to worry about staggering along at 5 under. No siree, Bobberoonie. One place I will take a bit of a chance, since it doesn't seem to be... Aw, man. We're turning off here already, are we? Dang. I was going to say, it's not usually too terribly hilly, as I've noticed, you know, compared to the Euro Truck stuff, so... If... Other than these ramps, which we're almost at a dead crawl for... Geez, this thing still stops. I did turn the braking down a little bit. But, I mean, I didn't want to turn it too low, because I also realized that, or I hope that the way it works is if you're carrying a, you know, a 40,000 pound load, that you're going to need to have a little more brake going on than if you're carrying 10,000 as we are now. Why am I signaling the wrong way? Oh, God, man. Trust me, I will carry your goods. Come on, trailer, make it. Whoa, people, stop. Yeah, you's all nuts, man. Woohoo! It's that barbecue chicken place, eh? 2 cop cars parked there. Well, here's a repair place, but I don't really need that. What I'm hoping... Ooh, truck service. So is this a truck dealer? Come on, give me the hello there, you're a truck dealer thing. Truck care center. No, I guess not. Well, you suck. That's just odd that we're this many miles in. And I have one truck dealer unlocked. I don't mind going a little under in town. Just 'cause we buy gold and silver. Hey, I used to own a pawn shop. And of course we had that displayed prominently in or above our window. But unlike most pawn shop, or not most, I'm sorry. Yeah, I would assume most, actually, get right down to it. Who would buy scrap gold and silver and then resell it to gold and silver buyers. I would buy scrap gold and silver and make brand new jewelry out of it. So, ooh, I was going to say, well, so much for the not speeding thing, and then luckily enough it went up to 55. Yeah. You got to pay attention to your mouth or the road, boy. Make up your mind. One's going to cost you far more than the other. Alrighty. Let's continue on our journey, shall we? Highway 99, is it? Okie dokie. Where would that take us? Oakdale and Oakland. Well, here an oak, there an oak, everywhere an oak. How are we doing here for time? Oh, I suppose if I had looked at the clock when I started the episode, looking at it just now would have told me more than just the current time. It would have told me how long I'd actually been recording. 18555. I had really debated actually starting our little empire here as buying a truck and then hiring someone to simply drive it while we continued to take sort of pay-as-you-go jobs. The problem with it is well, I have noted, at least in Euro Truck, I've noticed that your drivers tended to take, let's just say, not the most expensive jobs on the board, and if you're driving for someone else, they're not, obviously not, paying the highest rates. So it's actually a little more difficult to climb that ladder, i.e. at the end of this trip we should be able to afford a second truck. Well, that will leave us pretty sort of, up against it broke, but in theory we could buy a second truck, and it certainly won't take us much past this trip before we can safely buy a second truck. And then basically from that point on, everything that employee makes is gravy. So, and with no loan to sit on, we're not paying $1,000 a day. So if we'd kept our $50,000 loan before leaving on this trip, then the first $5,000 basically would have gone back to the bank. Yeah. Because this is a 4-point-something day trip, I think, is what it originally said. Tuesday and it's Saturday, yeah. So 1:11, we got about another 5 hours before we need to be thinking real serious about perhaps gas and rest. That's one thing I've also noticed on this American truck. There doesn't seem to be nearly as many rest stops, at least not out on the highway, which I kind of find odd, having driven a fair bit around California, mind you, decades and decades ago. Seems to me there was lots of rest stops. Maybe they just weren't obviously truck-oriented rest stops, and I guess that's what makes a difference, isn't it? They don't want me pulling in there and taking up 32 of the available 36 parking spaces for cars. So, yeah, they're just going to go, see, there's a gas station and rest stop together, but again, you've got to be willing to go off the highway and go park somewhere else and do blah, blah, blah. But, well, and sure as time crawls closer, I will certainly be considering that more seriously. Well, like I say, we should be good for about another 5 hours or so. I'm going to call it about 4 before I start really sniffing around for somewhere. In the meantime, we just got under the 2,600 mile to go mark. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I have a couple of times driven this distance in real life. Well, a couple of times to different places. Obviously, I drove back again, so Even going once somewhere that far away would count as a couple, wouldn't it? So let's say several times I have driven distances of 3,000 miles or greater. And depending how quickly you want to do it, it can take its toll. Alright, well I don't know, that whole bed is blue. That just kind of concerns me about... I don't remember from Euro Truck. Does it turn red or yellow? Well, I guess we'll find out. If I start to yawn, you can bet we'll be looking for the next bed. Oh, that one, see, but again, you gotta go miles to get to these. Unlike Euro Truck, where it was, oh, here's one, and pull off the road, and pretty much everywhere you could buy gas, you could park your rig and have naps. So, I don't know. Different kind of thing. I mean, I know driving on the highway here in Canada that you would be hard-pressed to find an area where you would be concerned that somewhere in the next 4 hours of driving you would not find a place to pull over. So, and that I would think applies for trucks as well, because I've seen lots of places on the highways where what you thought might be a rest stop for you or me, in fact, did offer service and stops for trucks. So, this again is our turn. Oh, there, at least we didn't completely slam to a stop that time. It's kind of a fancy looking sled in front of us. Give him an extra bing in the bumper, shall we? That side's good. This side is, well, good enough now. Good enough now. Come on, dude. Give me a break. Let me get my trailer out of your way. Slow down there, Crazy Mary. There you go. Alright. There's no way this is city limits, man. There we go. I was waiting for that to drop to a quick 30, and it surely did. Alrighty. Well, I think this is probably going to be a good spot here. So, right here under the old burger sign, we're going to give pause to the cause, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Next time we will, of course, carry on with another few hundred miles on our way to, and I'm going to say right this time, it's not Philly. It's, in fact, Pittsburgh. Yeah, we've got 120 hours to go, so, but yeah, I like that. $75,000. So, well, it won't be quite enough to buy a truck, but you guys get my point. Till then, though, take care of each other, folks. This has been Species 7 for American Truck Simulator. Ciao for now.